Hey everyone, it's Paper Milkshake and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So Alisha and I have done our next challenge, which was a cassette tape Memorydex challenge. And we wanted to do this project using this beautiful paper from a Jen Hadfield collection called Flower Child. And this beautiful cut apart is called a Groove Thing, and you get 4 by 6, so 24 awesome cassette tape cut aparts, which I did a mini haul video a few posts back, showing you a few of the Flower Child products that I picked up, and this cut apart is just so pretty. So Alisha and I really wanted to play with it, and we decided to do this challenge, which is to make some Memorydexes using this cut apart. So I cut out all my cassette tapes that I wanted to use. I particularly liked these black ones and pink ones, and then I backed them onto some really hard thick cardstock. So this is 300 GSM cardstock, so they're really solid. And I decided to basically make these Memorydexes using a hollow paper, cardboard paper, which I also backed onto some cardstock. This is just a bit of offcut that I attached there. And I thought it would be really cute to basically use some, what do you call this? Acrylic? Yeah. Decided to basically use some of that like projector plastic and make a cassette tape, like a kind of like a pretend cassette tape, mount it onto the Memorydex and then fill it up with these little decorated cassette tapes. So look, it was a really challenging project. So cutting with this plastic is really tricky, but I still like the way it turned out. So I wanted to also show you a paper pad that I used on this project, which I bought ages ago. It's actually a DCWV collection, and it's called Floral Poetry. And I picked this up from Spotlight many moons ago and never got around to using it. And it's beautiful, double-sided, really thick paper. And when I saw the Flower Child collection, I thought this collection would go really well together. So I grabbed this paper pad from my collection and used it on various parts of this project. I'll show you where. So the bottom of this cassette tape is that gorgeous pink and white paper, which is from the Floral Poetry collection. And you know how cassette tapes basically have that little strip on the bottom? So I constructed the cassette tape to look just like a real cassette tape, but mini. And that included adding a little sort of paper slip, which I'll be able to show you once I take all the cassette tapes out. So it kind of looks like a cassette tape, which I thought was really cute. And then inside I filled it up with these really simply decorated cassette cut aparts. I added some sequins clusters, and I also used some of these foam thickers, which is also from the Flower Child collection. And I think they turned out so sweet. Really cute. I really like the pink and blues on this one. And this one, this says Saturday Vibes. So this one I added some star, like pretty star trim, which is from the Willow Lane collection. And unfortunately, as I was constructing this, I realized that once I've decorated these, I could only fit 3 of them into the little cassette tape. So I was hoping to fit maybe 5 or 6, but ended up only being able to squeeze 3 of them into there. And then I also added this beautiful word cut apart, also from Flower Child, which says "Special to Me" across the top. And I did some stitching as well, and you can just see some of that flower poetry paper on the back there. And just for fun, I added also some photo corners to the top, which I think gives it a really cute touch. So that's my first Memorydex. And then my second Memorydex, I used a plain hollow paper. Super solid again, because I added the 300 GSM cardstock behind it. This one says You and Me. And I also have 3 little cassettes in the middle, which I'll take out and show you. And this one's got that really pretty like daisy pattern paper on the back. So I really like the effect of having like a little cassette tape mounted onto the Memorydex. And I think the pink photo corners go really well with this hollow paper. So I've got this really pretty flower chipboard or foam thicker now. They don't make chipboards out of chipboards anymore, apparently. And I just popped a color coordinating sequins on each flower. This is probably my favorite cassette tape. It's black with that beautiful like pastel rainbow. So I couldn't make these 2-dimensional. If I made them really, really thick and dimensional, they just weren't going to fit. That's really cute. I like that little pink cluster of sequins there. Sorry, not sure if that's focusing properly. So that's the 3. So these cassette covers just took me so long to construct. I've got to find a better way of doing it, but it turned out so cute. So those are my 2 Memorydexes. And then because I'd gone through all the effort of cutting the rest of the cassettes and putting them onto hard cardstock, I decided to decorate these as well. This one I add a little bead onto my sequin cluster. That says cooler than cool. Very cute. I've got this one here. I love the wood grain on that. And so now I can use these as gift toppers or as embellishments that I can send to my pen pals. Or I can just use them to like add to other dimensional projects if I wanted to. So this Be a Star, love it. I'm not a huge bronze person or copper. I don't use a lot of copper in my crafting, but I don't mind the copper on this. I think it actually goes quite well with the whole theme of Flower Child. Somehow it just works. That flower's really, really pretty. Love that. And this really pretty yellow one as well. Gorgeous little rainbows on that paper. So that's my take on the cassette tape Memorydex challenge. I cannot wait to see what Alisha came up with. As you guys know, I don't get to see what she made until we actually post our videos, and I get super excited just finding out what she made and checking out her fun projects. So I hope you guys like this, and I'll share some photos on my Instagram shortly. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.